Welcome, please, Linda Ronstadt. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Linda Ronstadt. Baby, and I'm falling. In a rare recent interview, Linda Ronstadt, the woman who made the entire 1970s bow to her voice, finally broke her decades of silence. She didn't talk about her legendary hits, nor the dazzling nights under the stage lights. Instead, Linda chose to speak about 8 men who left the deepest scars on her life. One who dragged her into a public scandal after being caught in a jealous scene at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Another who humiliated her voice in a recording studio, and one who used her kindness as a ladder to climb toward fame. Who were those 8 men? And what could possibly make a woman known for her composure admit that some wounds, no matter how much time passes, never truly heal? 1. Mick Jagger, The Hidden Affair. When the wife faced the mistress in the same hotel. By the mid-1970s, Mick Jagger was at the height of fame. The Rolling Stones had just completed their Love You Live tour in 1977, and the British press hailed him as the most dangerous man in rock. At that time, Jagger was married to Nicaraguan-born actress and model Bianca Perez Mora Macias. Their marriage considered a symbol of power and glamour in the entertainment world. Yet behind the glossy photographs, Western media began whispering about silent cracks forming between them. Meanwhile, Linda Ronstadt, America's rising country and pop star, had become a regular on the covers of Time and People. She was the most sought-after voice in Los Angeles, a symbol of independent, self-made women in music. The two first met at a post-Grammy party in 1977, hosted by producer Peter Asher at the Beverly Hills Hotel. According to Vanity Fair, it was Asher who introduced them, and the chemistry between the two legends sparked so quickly that it stunned the industry. By early 1978, Linda and Mick began appearing together at several events across California. Paparazzi from the Los Angeles Herald-Examiner captured photos of them leaving the Chateau Marmont, Mick holding a wine glass, Linda shielding herself from cameras with a scarf. A week later, Rolling Stone published an article titled Linda's Dangerous Liaison, implying that their connection went beyond friendship. The story exploded because at that time Bianca Jagger was still Mick's legal wife. Their marriage had been strained by his indulgent lifestyle, but there was no official separation. In August 1978, Bianca unexpectedly flew to Los Angeles to confront them. A hotel staff member told Daily Mail that a heated argument among the three lasted nearly an hour inside an 8th-floor suite. No one knew exactly what was said, but the next morning Linda left the city and canceled her scheduled appearance on NBC's Midnight Special. The British and American press devoured the scandal. The Guardian called it a showdown between America's queen and the wife of Britain's rock legend. The attention fell heavily on Linda, who had just been named one of People magazine's Women of the Year. Reporters claimed she had been drawn into a relationship she couldn't control, becoming an unwilling third party in a collapsing marriage. In the months that followed, Linda's image was splashed across television screens and tabloids. She stayed silent for over 3 months, avoiding all interviews. Friends said she retreated to Santa Fe to stay with fellow singer Emmylou Harris, seeking refuge from the public storm. During that time, Mick faced his own backlash as old scandals resurfaced, particularly the infamous 1967 Redlands drug arrest, revived by NME and BBC Panorama, further tainting his reputation. By early 1979, when the chaos finally subsided, Linda re-emerged for the cover shoot of her album Mad Love. In an interview with journalist Cameron Crowe, she admitted that the relationship had taught her the price of believing in the spotlight. Crow later recalled that Linda never mentioned Mick's name, yet every time she paused at the word stage lights, it was clear whom she was thinking of. After that episode, Linda Ronstadt distanced herself from the male-dominated rock scene, focusing instead on her own music and softer ballad projects. Still, the emotional scars from her affair with Jagger deeply shaped the way she viewed her peers, especially when the next man to enter her artistic life wasn't a lover, but a musician. A man both brilliant and conflicted, Paul Simon. 2. Paul Simon, a collaboration destroyed by perfectionism and disrespect. After the turbulent chapter with Mick Jagger, Linda Ronstadt shifted her focus entirely to recording. In early 1982, she signed a collaboration contract with Paul Simon, long praised as one of America's most intelligent songwriters. At the time, Simon was preparing his album Hearts and Bones, a personal project expected to follow the success of Still Crazy after all these years. Warner Brothers promoted Linda's participation as the key to taking the project global. Their first recording session took place at Studio 55 in Hollywood, California, a legendary space known for major works by Fleetwood Mac and Carly Simon. Every detail was closely watched by the media. According to the Los Angeles Times, March 1983, Simon had the entire sound system rebuilt to optimize natural reverberation. This meticulous setup caused delays and tension began to fill the studio. Paul Simon was notoriously perfectionistic to an extreme. He demanded dozens of takes just to fine-tune the pitch of a backing vocal. Linda Ronstadt, on the other hand, came from a country background used to recording live and embracing imperfection. Friction surfaced when Simon criticized her approach as unsuitable for a modern sound structure. Engineers recalled that one session stretched over 12 hours with Linda stepping outside repeatedly to calm herself. Producer Val Garay, who had previously worked with Linda later, told Billboard 1985 that she felt deeply insulted by Simon's repeated commands to sing it again until I hear what I want. After 3 sessions, Linda walked away, leaving no completed tracks behind. Initially, Warner Brothers issued a vague statement claiming the project was paused for technical reasons, but weeks later, a Variety reporter revealed that internal disputes had erupted when Simon insisted on removing all of Linda's vocals from the original mixes. When Hearts and Bones was finally released in October 1983, Linda's name was nowhere to be found. The album flopped commercially, peaking only at number 35 on the Billboard 200. That same year, Linda released What's New with conductor Nelson Riddle, selling over 2 million copies within months. The contrast led the American press to call it a stunning reversal of fortune. What stirred even greater controversy were the leaks that followed. According to New York Daily News, a Studio 55 technician claimed Simon had said Linda doesn't know how to work in a professional environment. The remark provoked outrage among musicians, as Linda was known for her discipline. Rolling Stone soon published a commentary titled The Perfection Trap, criticizing Paul Simon as a prime example of dictatorial artistry in the studio. Linda never responded publicly, but close friends said she lost faith in male-female collaborations for nearly a decade afterward. In her 2013 memoir, she wrote simply, "I met someone who made music feel like fear instead of joy." The incident ended, but the wound to her pride remained. Just when the public thought Linda had retreated from all conflicts, another storm came, this time on stage right before a live audience. And the one who struck the blow was none other than Neil Young, her former ally in the anti-war movement of the late 1970s. 3. Neil Young betrayed ideals. When a comrade became the critic. In 1976, Linda Ronstadt was among America's most beloved voices. Her performances often tied to causes for peace